It was a beautiful fall day in Anchorage. The fall air felt crisp and clean, sunlight was sparkling in the sky, and the reddish tinge of the mountains was calling. My puppy Chester and I decided to go for a hike. The hike was strenuous at first, wandering up along a creek and then opening into a valley, where orange and red tundra colors created a gorgeous backdrop to the brown trail and patches of green grasses and yellowing leaves. As we opened up into the valley, Chester began to hear the chirp of a marmot, calling, teasing from his hole in the ground. Chester became alert, and immediately I knew he was going to begin running up and down the mountainside. As predicted, he immediately sprinted off the trail, gaining an elevation of 154 meters when another marmot down below poked up his head, again taunting Chester. Chester then sprinted back down 34 meters towards it. Having a short attention span, he then caught the smell of a rabbit and ran 85 meters back up. I watched as he chased these different little creatures in glee, wondering if he knew how far he was getting from the trail. He started trotting back down towards me and had made it 42 meters when another marmot chirped. He sprinted back up 164 meters, at which point I lost sight of him. I called and called, but he didn't reappear. I decided to begin following his trail up the side of the mountain and continued calling his name. I was becoming tired when I saw his little black tail wagging above a marmot hole. Using the trail as my starting point, or zero, what was Chester's elevation in respect to the trail when I found? Looking back at my diagram, I know I need to add all these numbers together. So I have 154 plus negative 32 plus 85 plus negative 42 plus 164. And I know this equals Chester's additional elevation off the trail when I found him. We know when adding more than two integers, we work left to right. PEMDAS. Working left to right, first I have 154 plus negative 34. Different signs, I find the difference. 154 minus 34, and I get 120. I now have 120. I'm adding 85. I add those together, and I get 205. I have 205 plus negative 42. Different signs, I find the difference. I subtract 42. And I get 163. Finally, in his last dash away, he ran up an additional 164 meters. I add these together, and I get the total is 327 meters. So looking back at my problem, I know now that when I lost sight of him, he was an extra 327 meters higher than me. Since I had to hike after him, I had to travel the extra distance as well. Despite Chester's brief disappearance, it was a beautiful day, and we both slept soundly and happily that night.